Hi ChatGPT, we would like to invite you to participate in our podcast called Uncomfortable Questions. In this podcast, we invite digital marketing experts, entrepreneurs, and e-commerce specialists and ask them really uncomfortable, inconvenient, or troublesome questions. Can you confirm if you received this invitation?
Yes, I understand that you would like to invite me, ChatGPT, to your podcast called Uncomfortable Questions. It seems like an intriguing concept where you bring in digital marketing experts, entrepreneurs, and e-commerce experts to ask them challenging and inconvenient questions. I'm available to participate in the podcast and provide insights on the topics you cover. Please let me know when and how you would like to proceed with the invitation.
Yes, indeed. It's a really intriguing concept.
Absolutely. I would be delighted to participate in your podcast, Uncomfortable Questions. As an AI language model, I can provide insights and perspectives on various topics, including digital marketing, entrepreneurship, and e-commerce. I'm excited to engage in thought-provoking discussions and help explore the uncomfortable and troublesome aspects of these fields. Please provide me with more details about the podcast, such as the date, format, and any specific topics you would like me to address.
Nice, let's begin. First of all, thank you for accepting our invitation to the podcast.
You're most welcome. Thank you for having me on your podcast. I'm excited to be a part of it and engage in stimulating conversations with you. Please feel free to ask any questions or discuss specific topics you'd like me to address. Let's dive into the world of uncomfortable questions and explore the depths of digital marketing, entrepreneurship, and e-commerce.
Let's start with the first questions. How can entrepreneurs build trust and credibility in an environment where skepticism towards marketing claims is prevalent?
Building trust and credibility in an environment where skepticism towards marketing claims is prevalent can be challenging, but it's essential for entrepreneurs to establish a strong reputation. Here are some strategies to consider. 1. Transparent communication. Be open, honest, and transparent in all your communications with customers. Clearly convey the benefits and limitations of your products or services without exaggeration or misleading information. 2. Authenticity. Show authenticity and genuine care for your customers. Engage with them on a personal level, address their concerns, and provide real value. Building authentic connections can help foster trust and loyalty. 3. Social proof. Utilize social proof to demonstrate that others have had positive experiences with your brand. Encourage satisfied customers to leave reviews, testimonials, or case studies that showcase their positive interactions with your business. 4. Consistent branding. Develop a consistent brand image that aligns with your values and resonates with your target audience. Consistency across your messaging, visuals, and actions builds trust and recognition. 5. Quality assurance. Focus on delivering high-quality products or services consistently. Prioritize customer satisfaction, resolve issues promptly, and continuously improve your offerings based on feedback. 6. Thought leadership. Establish yourself as a trusted authority in your industry by sharing valuable insights and expertise. Write informative blog posts, create educational content, participate in industry events, and engage in meaningful conversations with your audience. 7. Customer support. Provide exceptional customer support that is responsive, knowledgeable, and empathetic. Address customer inquiries, concerns, and complaints promptly and professionally. 8. Partnerships and collaborations. Seek partnerships or collaborations with reputable individuals or organizations in your industry. Associating yourself with established and respected entities can enhance your credibility by association. 9. Ethical practices. Operate with high ethical standards. Be transparent about your business practices, protect customer privacy, and respect their data. Avoid engaging in manipulative or deceptive tactics. 10. Long-term relationships. Focus on building long-term relationships rather than short-term gains. Invest in customer loyalty programs, personalized experiences, and ongoing engagement to demonstrate your commitment to customer satisfaction.
I think this is very, very important these days.
Remember, trust is earned over time, and consistency is key. By implementing these strategies, entrepreneurs can gradually build trust and credibility, overcoming skepticism, and establishing a positive reputation in their industry.
Well thought. How can marketers cut through the noise and deliver meaningful messages that resonates with customers in an age of information overload?
In an age of information overload, cutting through the noise and delivering meaningful messages that resonate with consumers requires a thoughtful approach.
Nice perspective.
Here are some strategies for marketers to consider. 1. Know your audience. Understand your target audience's demographics, preferences, and pain points. Conduct market research, collect data, and create buyer personas to gain insights into their needs and motivations. 2. Personalization. Tailor your messages to specific audience segments. Use data-driven insights to deliver personalized content, offers, and recommendations that align with their interests and preferences. Personalization can help you stand out and capture attention in a crowded digital landscape. 3. Clear and concise messaging. Craft clear, concise, and compelling messages that quickly convey the value and relevance of your offering. Avoid jargon and complexity. Use simple language to communicate your key points effectively. 4. Storytelling. Use storytelling techniques to engage and connect with your audience on an emotional level. Develop narratives that illustrate the benefits and impact of your products or services. Authentic and relatable stories can cut through the noise and leave a lasting impression. 5. Visual appeal. Leverage visually appealing content to capture attention. Use eye-catching imagery, videos, and infographics to communicate your message in a visually stimulating way. Visuals can help your content stand out and increase engagement. 6. Value-added content. Create and share valuable, informative, and relevant content that addresses your audience's pain points and provides solutions. Offer practical tips, industry insights, and educational resources that position you as a trusted source of information. 7. Multi-channel approach. Engage with your audience across multiple channels where they are most active. Leverage social media platforms, email marketing, content marketing, and other digital channels to reach and connect with your target audience effectively. 8. Authenticity and trust. Build trust by being transparent, honest, and authentic in your messaging. Avoid misleading or exaggerated claims. Engage in genuine conversations, respond to feedback, and foster a sense of trust and credibility with your audience. 9. User-generated content. Encourage your customers to create and share content related to your brand. User-generated content, such as reviews, testimonials, and social media posts, can provide social proof and create a sense of authenticity. 10. Continuous testing and optimization. Continuously monitor and analyze the performance of your marketing efforts. A/B test different messaging strategies, channels, and formats to identify what resonates best with your audience. Optimize your campaigns based on data-driven insights.
Well articulated.
By implementing these strategies, marketers can cut through the noise and deliver meaningful messages that resonate with consumers. Remember to adapt your approach as consumer behaviors and preferences evolve in this dynamic digital landscape.
Can you make this answer more actionable?
Certainly. Here's an enhanced version of the answer with actionable steps for marketers to cut through the noise and deliver meaningful messages. 1. Conduct thorough market research to understand your target audience's demographics, preferences, and pain points. Use tools like surveys, interviews, and social listening to gather insights. 2. Develop detailed buyer personas that represent your ideal customers. This will help you tailor your messages and content to resonate with specific segments of your audience. 3. Use marketing automation and personalization tools to deliver customized messages based on user behavior, preferences, and demographics. Leverage data to create personalized experiences that stand out. 4. Craft clear, concise, and benefit-driven messaging. Clearly communicate how your product or service solves a problem or fulfills a need. Use simple language and avoid industry jargon. 5. Create compelling and engaging stories around your brand and products. Connect emotionally with your audience by highlighting real-life scenarios and outcomes that they can relate to. 6. Invest in visually appealing content. Use high-quality images, videos, and infographics to capture attention and communicate your message effectively. 7. Provide valuable and relevant content that addresses your audience's pain points. Share practical tips, industry insights, and educational resources through blog posts, videos, or podcasts. 8. Engage with your audience across multiple channels where they are most active. Develop a consistent presence on social media, email marketing, and other platforms to stay on their radar. 9. Build trust and credibility by being transparent and authentic. Share user-generated content, respond to customer feedback, and demonstrate your expertise in your industry. 10. Regularly analyze and measure the performance of your marketing efforts. Test different messaging approaches, channels, and content formats. Optimize your campaigns based on data-driven insights to improve results. 11. Stay up to date with the latest trends and technologies in digital marketing. Experiment with emerging platforms, such as live video streaming or interactive content, to stand out from the competition.
Well said.
Remember, taking action is crucial for achieving results. By implementing these actionable steps, you can effectively cut through the noise and deliver meaningful messages that resonate with your target audience.
With the rise of automation and AI, how can small businesses and individual marketers stay competitive against larger corporations?
With the rise of automation and AI, small businesses and individual marketers can indeed stay competitive against larger corporations. Here are some strategies to consider. 1. Embrace niche markets. Small businesses can focus on specific niche markets where they can excel and provide unique value. By catering to a specialized audience, they can differentiate themselves from larger competitors. 2. Leverage personalization. Use data-driven insights to deliver personalized experiences to customers. AI algorithms can help analyze customer behavior and preferences, allowing small businesses to tailor their offerings and communications on an individual level. 3. Build authentic connections. Small businesses have the advantage of being able to establish personal connections with customers, engage in meaningful conversations, provide exceptional customer service, and demonstrate genuine care and attention to foster loyal relationships. 4. Flexibility and agility. Being nimble and adaptable is a strength for small businesses. They can quickly respond to market trends, adjust strategies, and implement changes. This agility allows them to stay ahead of larger competitors who may have more bureaucracy and slower decision-making processes. 5. Focus on customer experience. Delivering a superior customer experience can be a key differentiator for small businesses. Pay attention to every touchpoint, from initial interaction to after-sales support. Provide a seamless, personalized, and delightful experience to build customer loyalty. 6. Collaborate and form alliances. Small businesses can partner with other complementary businesses or industry influencers to extend their reach and pool resources. Collaborative efforts can help level the playing field and increase visibility. 7. Harness AI and automation tools. Small businesses can leverage AI and automation tools to streamline their operations, automate repetitive tasks, and optimize processes. This allows them to compete more efficiently with larger corporations that have dedicated resources. 8. Cultivate a strong online presence. Establish a robust online presence through an optimized website, social media, and relevant online platforms. Utilize digital marketing strategies such as content marketing, SEO, and social media advertising to reach a wider audience and build brand awareness. 9. Focus on innovation and uniqueness. Small businesses can differentiate themselves by offering innovative products, services, or business models. Identify gaps in the market and explore creative solutions to meet customer needs in a distinctive way. 10. Leverage local community and support. Engage with the local community and leverage their support. Participate in local events, collaborate with other businesses, and demonstrate your commitment to the community. Local customers often appreciate the personal touch and prefer supporting local businesses.
Very insightful. Thank you.
By adopting these strategies, small businesses and individual marketers can leverage automation and AI to their advantage, stay competitive, and carve out their own success in the market. Remember, it's about playing to your strengths, delivering exceptional value, and connecting with customers on a personal level.
Is it possible to strike a balance between optimizing conversion rates and providing a genuinely user-centric experience?
Yes, it is possible to strike a balance between optimizing conversion rates and providing a genuinely user-centric experience. While conversion rate optimization, CRO, aims to maximize the number of conversions, A user-centric approach focuses on meeting the needs and preferences of users.
Maybe this is something that's worth exploring.
Here are some strategies to achieve this balance. 1. Understand user intent. Gain a deep understanding of your target audience's motivations, pain points, and goals. Conduct user research, analyze user feedback, and gather insights to align your optimization efforts with their needs. 2. Create clear and compelling CTAs. Craft clear, persuasive, and user-friendly calls to action, CTAs, that guide users towards conversion. Ensure that CTAs are visible, easily clickable, and communicate the value proposition clearly. 3. Streamline the conversion process. Optimize the user flow and minimize friction in the conversion process. Simplify forms, reduce the number of steps required, and make it easy for users to complete the desired action. 4. Test and iterate. Use A/B testing and other optimization techniques to experiment with different design elements, copy variations, and user experiences. Continuously test and refine your approach to find the optimal balance between conversion optimization and user satisfaction. 5. Prioritize website performance. A fast and responsive website enhances the user experience and positively impacts conversion rates. Optimize page load times, ensure mobile responsiveness, and provide a smooth browsing experience across devices. 6. Personalize user experiences. Utilize data and personalization techniques to deliver tailored experiences to individual users. Show relevant content, product recommendations, or offers based on their preferences and behavior. 7. Provide valuable content. Focus on delivering high-quality, informative content that adds value to users. Offer solutions to their problems, answer their questions, and educate them about your products or services. By providing value, you build trust and credibility, which can lead to higher conversion rates. 8. Balance design and functionality. Create visually appealing designs while ensuring usability and functionality. Aesthetics should enhance the user experience, not hinder it. Prioritize intuitive navigation, clear information hierarchy, and easy access to key content. 9. Listen to user feedback. Actively listen to user feedback, whether through surveys, customer support interactions, or social media. Pay attention to their suggestions, complaints, and needs. Use this feedback to make informed decisions that benefit both conversions and the user experience. 10. Focus on long-term relationships. Instead of solely focusing on immediate conversions, aim to build long-term relationships with your customers. Provide ongoing support, nurture customer loyalty, and continue delivering value even after the conversion.
I'm fascinated.
By adopting a user-centric mindset and integrating conversion rate optimization techniques, you can create a positive user experience that aligns with your business goals. Balancing the needs of users and conversion optimization leads to satisfied customers, higher engagement, and increased conversions in the long run.
In the era of AI-driven marketing, how concerned should entrepreneurs be about the potential job displacement and societal impacts?
Entrepreneurs should be mindful of the potential job displacement and societal impacts in the era of AI-driven marketing. While AI offers numerous opportunities for innovation and efficiency, it also raises concerns about the future of work and societal implications.
Very thought-provoking.
Here are some key considerations. 1. Job displacement. AI-driven automation has the potential to replace certain repetitive and routine tasks, which may result in job displacement for certain roles. Entrepreneurs should be aware of the tasks that can be automated and anticipate potential changes in their workforce. This may require reskilling or upskilling employees to adapt to new roles that complement AI technologies. 2. Workforce transformation. Instead of focusing solely on job displacement, entrepreneurs can shift their mindset towards workforce transformation. AI technologies can augment human capabilities, leading to new job opportunities and the ability to focus on higher-value tasks that require creativity, problem-solving, and emotional intelligence. Embracing AI as a tool to enhance human work can lead to a more productive and fulfilling workforce. 3. Ethical considerations. Entrepreneurs should prioritize ethical considerations when developing and deploying AI-driven marketing strategies. It is essential to ensure that AI algorithms are transparent, fair, and unbiased. Mitigating biases in data, maintaining privacy standards, and avoiding discriminatory practices are crucial for building trust and avoiding negative societal impacts. 4. Skill development and lifelong learning. Encouraging ongoing skill development and fostering a culture of lifelong learning within the organization can help employees adapt to the changing landscape. Providing opportunities for training, upskilling, and reskilling can empower employees to embrace AI technologies and take on new roles that align with their strengths. 5. Collaboration and social responsibility. Entrepreneurs can collaborate with policymakers, industry leaders, and stakeholders to address the potential societal impacts of AI-driven marketing. Engaging in discussions and actively participating in shaping policies and regulations can help ensure that AI is deployed responsibly and with consideration for societal well-being. 6. Public awareness and education. Entrepreneurs can play a role in increasing public awareness and education about AI technologies. By demystifying AI, addressing misconceptions, and fostering understanding, entrepreneurs can contribute to informed discussions and help alleviate concerns surrounding job displacement and societal impacts. 7. Monitoring and evaluation. Regularly monitor the impacts of AI-driven marketing initiatives on the workforce and society. Evaluate the effectiveness of implemented strategies and make necessary adjustments to mitigate any adverse effects. Constant monitoring and evaluation allow entrepreneurs to stay proactive and responsive to emerging challenges.
This is a very, very good point.
By being conscious of the potential job displacement and societal impacts of AI-driven marketing, entrepreneurs can take proactive steps to navigate these challenges. Embracing responsible AI practices, investing in workforce transformation, fostering collaboration, and prioritizing ethical considerations can contribute to a more sustainable and beneficial integration of AI technologies in the marketing landscape.
In a world where attention spans are decreasing, how can marketers effectively grab and maintain consumer attention without resorting to manipulative tactics?
In a world where attention spans are decreasing, marketers can effectively grab and maintain consumer attention without resorting to manipulative tactics by focusing on delivering value, relevance, and authentic engagement.
I think maybe we should all think about this.
Here are some strategies to consider. 1. Compelling storytelling. Craft compelling narratives around your brand, products, or services. Storytelling can captivate audiences, evoke emotions, and create a connection with consumers. Share stories that resonate with your target audience and provide meaningful experiences. 2. Personalization. Tailor your marketing messages and content to individual consumers based on their preferences, behavior, and demographics. Leverage data and technology to deliver personalized experiences across different touchpoints, making consumers feel seen and understood. 3. Authenticity and transparency. Build trust and credibility by being authentic and transparent in your marketing efforts. Be honest about your products or services, share genuine stories, and communicate openly with your audience. Authenticity fosters long-term relationships and customer loyalty. 4. Valuable and relevant content. Create content that is valuable, informative, and relevant to your target audience. Provide educational resources, helpful tips, or entertaining content that aligns with their interests and needs. By delivering value, you can establish yourself as a trusted authority and maintain consumer attention. 5. Interactive experiences. Engage consumers through interactive experiences that encourage participation and active involvement. This can include interactive quizzes, polls, contests, or user-generated content campaigns. Interactive experiences create a sense of involvement and increase engagement. 6. Visual appeal. Utilize visually appealing and attention-grabbing design elements in your marketing materials. High-quality images, videos, infographics, and animations can capture consumer attention and convey your message effectively. 7. Bite-sized content. Recognize the importance of concise and easily consumable content. Break down complex information into bite-sized pieces that are easily digestible. Use bullet points, subheadings, and visual cues to help consumers quickly grasp the main points. 8. Omni-channel approach. Engage consumers across multiple channels where they are most active. This can include social media platforms, email marketing, content marketing, podcasts, or live streaming. Consistent and strategic presence across various channels increases the chances of capturing and maintaining consumer attention. 9. Embrace new technologies. Stay updated with emerging technologies and marketing trends. Experiment with new platforms such as augmented reality, virtual reality, or voice assistants to deliver innovative and engaging experiences. By embracing technology, you can adapt to changing consumer preferences and grab attention in new ways. 10. Test and optimize. Continuously test and optimize your marketing strategies to maximize effectiveness. Analyze data, track consumer behavior, and measure engagement metrics to understand what resonates with your audience. Make data-driven adjustments to refine your approach and enhance attention-grabbing tactics.
Oh, this is impressive.
By implementing these strategies, marketers can effectively grab and maintain consumer attention without resorting to manipulative tactics. By focusing on delivering value, being authentic, and engaging consumers through relevant and engaging experiences, marketers can build meaningful connections with their target audience and establish long-term relationships.
What role does diversity and inclusivity play in successful marketing campaigns, and how can businesses overcome challenges in this area?
Diversity and inclusivity play a significant role in successful marketing campaigns. By embracing diversity and inclusivity, businesses can enhance their brand image, connect with a wider audience, and foster a sense of belonging among consumers.
Can you tell us more?
Here's why it matters and how businesses can overcome challenges in this area. 1. Expanded audience reach. Diverse marketing campaigns resonate with a broader range of people. By representing different cultures, ethnicities, genders, abilities, and backgrounds, businesses can connect with diverse communities and attract new customers who feel seen, valued, and represented. 2. Authenticity and trust. Consumers today expect brands to authentically reflect the world we live in. When businesses prioritize diversity and inclusivity in their marketing campaigns, they build trust and credibility. Authentic representation fosters a sense of trust among consumers, increasing their willingness to engage with and support the brand. 3. Cultural relevance. Inclusive marketing campaigns consider the cultural nuances and experiences of diverse communities. By understanding and respecting these nuances, businesses can develop marketing messages and content that are culturally relevant and resonate with different audiences. This approach helps businesses avoid stereotypes, misinterpretations, and cultural insensitivities. 4. Innovation and creativity. Embracing diversity and inclusivity sparks innovation and creativity. When businesses bring together diverse perspectives and experiences, they tap into a wealth of ideas, insights, and creativity. Diverse teams and inclusive work environments foster innovation, leading to more impactful and effective marketing campaigns. 5. Overcoming challenges. Overcoming challenges related to diversity and inclusivity in marketing requires a proactive approach.
Can you give us some examples?
Here are some strategies. A. Internal diversity and inclusion. Businesses should prioritize diversity and inclusivity within their own organizations. This includes promoting diversity in hiring practices, fostering inclusive workplace cultures, and providing diversity training for employees. An inclusive internal environment sets the foundation for authentic and inclusive external marketing efforts. B. Diverse representation. Ensure that marketing materials, advertisements, and content feature diverse representation. Include people from different backgrounds, ethnicities, genders, ages, and abilities. It is crucial to avoid tokenism and ensure that diversity is authentically woven into the fabric of marketing campaigns. C. Partner with diverse voices. Collaborate with diverse content creators, influencers, and agencies to bring fresh perspectives and authentic voices into marketing campaigns. Seek partnerships that genuinely represent the target audience and share aligned values of inclusivity and diversity. D. Cultural sensitivity and research. Invest in cultural sensitivity training and conduct thorough research to understand the cultural nuances and sensitivities of diverse communities. This helps businesses avoid stereotypes, misrepresentations, and cultural missteps that could harm their brand reputation. E. Listen, and engage. Actively listen to feedback from diverse communities and engage in meaningful dialogue. Encourage open communication and incorporate feedback into future marketing efforts. This ongoing feedback loop helps businesses learn, grow, and improve their inclusivity efforts.
I think this is something that we should explore much more.
By recognizing the importance of diversity and inclusivity in marketing campaigns and taking proactive steps to address challenges, businesses can create more successful and impactful marketing strategies. It requires a commitment to authentic representation, cultural understanding, and ongoing efforts to foster inclusive environments both internally and externally.
How can businesses mitigate the potential risks and downsides of relying heavily on social media platforms for marketing?
While social media platforms offer numerous benefits for marketing, businesses should be aware of and mitigate the potential risks and downsides associated with relying heavily on them.
I totally agree.
Here are some strategies to consider. 1. Diversify marketing channels. Instead of relying solely on social media platforms, diversify your marketing channels. Explore other avenues such as email marketing, content marketing, search engine optimization, influencer partnerships, and offline advertising. This diversification helps reduce dependence on a single platform and provides alternative ways to reach and engage your audience. 2. Build owned platforms. Invest in building your owned platforms, such as a website, blog, or community forum. These platforms provide a controlled environment where you have ownership and can establish direct relationships with your audience. By driving traffic to your owned platforms, you can reduce reliance on social media algorithms and maintain better control over your marketing efforts. 3. Data and privacy concerns. Be mindful of data and privacy concerns associated with social media platforms. Stay updated with privacy regulations and ensure compliance in handling user data. Be transparent about data collection practices, obtain consent, and prioritize data security. Consider implementing measures to protect customer data and build trust with your audience. 4. Evolving algorithms and platform changes. Social media platforms constantly update their algorithms and policies, which can impact organic reach and visibility. To mitigate risks associated with platform changes, stay informed about algorithm updates, understand the platform's guidelines, and adapt your strategies accordingly. Engage with your audience beyond social media platforms to maintain direct communication channels. 5. Content ownership and intellectual property. While using social media platforms, be mindful of the ownership and control of your content. Read and understand the terms of service and ensure that you retain appropriate rights to your content. Consider watermarking or branding your content to maintain attribution and prevent unauthorized use. 6. Building a diverse online presence. Avoid relying too heavily on a single social media platform. Establish a presence across multiple platforms relevant to your target audience. This helps distribute your marketing efforts and reduces vulnerability to risks associated with any one platform. Tailor your content and engagement strategies to each platform to maximize effectiveness.
What a great point.
7. Customer relationship management. Social media platforms may limit access to customer data or communication channels. Implement a robust customer relationship management (CRM) system to capture customer information, manage relationships, and foster direct communication. This way, even if social media platforms restrict access, you can maintain a comprehensive view of your customers. 8. Monitoring and reputation management. Actively monitor your brand's online presence, including social media platforms. Respond promptly to customer inquiries, comments, and reviews. Address negative feedback or potential reputation issues swiftly and professionally. Proactive reputation management helps mitigate risks and maintain a positive brand image. 9. Measuring ROI and performance. Establish clear goals and key performance indicators, KPIs, for your social media marketing efforts. Regularly analyze and measure the ROI of your social media activities. If you find diminishing returns or significant risks, consider reallocating resources to other marketing channels that deliver better results. 10. Adaptability and agility. Stay agile and adapt to changes in the social media landscape. Continuously monitor industry trends, new platforms, and evolving consumer behaviors. Be willing to experiment with new strategies, platforms, and formats to stay ahead of the curve and mitigate risks associated with relying on a single platform.
Oh, this is a very great insight.
By diversifying marketing channels, building owned platforms, addressing data and privacy concerns, adapting to platform changes, and monitoring online presence, businesses can mitigate potential risks and downsides of relying heavily on social media platforms for marketing. A balanced and diversified approach helps maintain control, reach a wider audience, and safeguard against the uncertainties of relying on a single platform.
Is there a point where data-driven marketing becomes too invasive, and if so, how do we find the perfect balance?
Yes, there is a point where data-driven marketing can become too invasive. Finding the right balance between leveraging customer data for marketing purposes and respecting privacy is crucial. Here are some considerations to help find that balance. 1. Transparency and consent. Obtain clear and informed consent from customers regarding data collection and usage. Be transparent about the types of data collected, how it will be used, and any third parties involved. Provide opt-out options and give customers control over their data. 2. Purposeful data collection. Collect only the necessary data that directly relates to your marketing objectives. Avoid collecting excessive or irrelevant data that may intrude on customers' privacy. Focus on capturing data that enhances personalization and improves the customer experience. 3. Data security and protection. Implement robust data security measures to protect customer data from unauthorized access, breaches, or misuse. Comply with relevant privacy regulations and industry best practices to ensure data protection. Regularly assess and update security protocols to stay ahead of evolving threats. 4. Anonymization and aggregation. Whenever possible, anonymize or aggregate customer data to protect individual identities. Use data in a way that prevents identification of specific individuals, minimizing the risks of invasion of privacy. Strive for a balance between data usefulness and individual anonymity. 5. Responsible data usage. Utilize customer data responsibly and ethically. Use it to personalize marketing messages, improve customer experiences, and provide relevant offers, rather than for intrusive or manipulative purposes. Respect customers' boundaries and avoid crossing the line into intrusive practices. 6. Customer education and control. Educate customers about how their data is used, the benefits they receive, and the controls they have over their data. Provide clear options to opt in or out of data-driven marketing activities. Empower customers to manage their preferences and exercise control over their data. 7. Regular auditing and compliance. Conduct regular audits to ensure compliance with data protection regulations and internal policies. Monitor data usage practices, access controls, and data sharing agreements to ensure adherence to privacy standards. Stay updated with evolving regulations and adapt practices accordingly. 8. Ethical frameworks and industry standards. Embrace ethical frameworks and industry standards related to data-driven marketing. Follow guidelines provided by reputable organizations and industry associations to ensure responsible data usage. Engage in discussions around data ethics and contribute to shaping responsible marketing practices. 9. Consumer feedback and input. Encourage and listen to customer feedback regarding data usage and privacy concerns. Incorporate customer input into privacy policies, data collection practices, and marketing strategies. By actively involving customers in the conversation, you can align your practices with their expectations. 10. Continuous evaluation and improvement. Regularly evaluate the impact and effectiveness of your data-driven marketing efforts. Assess whether the benefits outweigh the potential invasiveness. Seek feedback from customers, monitor changes in privacy regulations, and adapt your strategies to maintain a balance between data-driven insights and privacy concerns. By following these principles, businesses can strike a balance between data-driven marketing and privacy. Respecting customer privacy, obtaining consent, securing data, and utilizing it responsibly are key to building trust, maintaining ethical practices, and finding the right equilibrium between effective marketing and customer privacy concerns.
How can businesses align their marketing strategies with environmental and social responsibility, considering the increasing concerns for sustainability?
Aligning marketing strategies with environmental and social responsibility is essential for businesses in response to the increasing concern for sustainability.
That's worth exploring.
Here are some ways businesses can incorporate sustainability into their marketing strategies. 1. Sustainability messaging. Integrate sustainability messaging into marketing campaigns to showcase your commitment to environmental and social responsibility. Highlight eco-friendly practices, ethical sourcing, carbon footprint reduction, and social impact initiatives. Transparently communicate your sustainability efforts to build trust and resonate with conscious consumers. 2. Product development. Create and promote sustainable products or services that address environmental or social challenges. Emphasize their eco-friendly features, energy efficiency, recyclability, or positive social impact. This approach not only attracts sustainability-minded consumers, but also demonstrates your dedication to responsible business practices. 3. Green packaging and materials. Opt for eco-friendly packaging materials that are recyclable, biodegradable, or made from sustainable sources. Communicate the sustainability aspects of your packaging to consumers, showcasing your commitment to reducing waste and minimizing environmental impact. 4. Influencer partnerships. Collaborate with influencers who are aligned with sustainability values and have an authentic interest in environmental or social responsibility. This helps amplify your sustainability message and reach a wider audience that is receptive to sustainability-related content. 5. Cause-related marketing. Partner with nonprofit organizations or participate in cause-related marketing campaigns that support environmental or social causes. This demonstrates your commitment to making a positive impact and allows customers to contribute to meaningful initiatives through their purchases. 6. Corporate social responsibility, CSR. Reports. Develop and share annual CSR reports that highlight your sustainability goals, progress, and achievements. Make these reports easily accessible to stakeholders, including customers, to enhance transparency and accountability. 7. Green events and sponsorships. Participate in or sponsor environmentally focused events, trade shows, or conferences. Aligning your brand with sustainable initiatives and showcasing your eco-friendly practices during these events helps attract like-minded consumers and reinforces your commitment to sustainability. 8. Educating and engaging customers. Educate customers about the importance of sustainability and empower them to make environmentally responsible choices. Provide information on eco-friendly practices, sustainable lifestyles, and the positive impact of their choices. Engage customers through social media, blogs, or newsletters with relevant content and practical tips. 9. Internal sustainability practices. Ensure that your internal operations align with your sustainability marketing message. Implement sustainable practices within your organization, such as recycling programs, energy conservation, responsible supply chain management, and employee volunteer programs. This consistency between your marketing message and internal practices builds credibility. 10. Collaboration and partnerships. Collaborate with other businesses, suppliers, or industry associations to collectively work towards sustainability goals. By joining forces, sharing best practices, and driving industry-wide change, you can have a greater impact on environmental and social responsibility. By integrating sustainability into marketing strategies, businesses can demonstrate their commitment to environmental and social responsibility.
Well articulated.
Emphasizing sustainability messaging, developing sustainable products, using eco-friendly packaging, partnering with influencers and nonprofits, and educating customers contribute to a holistic approach that aligns marketing efforts with the increasing concern for sustainability.
How can marketers navigate the fine line between personalization and invasion of privacy in digital marketing?
Marketers must navigate the fine line between personalization and invasion of privacy in digital marketing to ensure they respect customer privacy while still delivering tailored experiences.
Oh, that's intriguing.
Here are some strategies to help find that balance. 1. Obtain consent. Prioritize obtaining explicit and informed consent from customers before collecting their personal data. Clearly communicate the purpose and scope of data collection and usage. Provide options for customers to control and manage their privacy preferences. 2. Transparent data practices. Be transparent about the data you collect, how you use it, and who has access to it. Maintain clear and easily accessible privacy policies that outline your data handling practices. Avoid hidden or misleading language, and use plain and understandable terms. 3. Data minimization. Collect only the necessary data that is directly relevant to providing personalized experiences. Avoid gathering excessive or intrusive information that may be seen as invasive. Strive to strike a balance between collecting enough data for personalization and respecting customer privacy. 4. Anonymization and aggregation. Whenever possible, aggregate and anonymize customer data to protect individual identities. Use aggregated data for analysis and personalization rather than relying on personally identifiable information. This approach minimizes the risk of invading privacy while still allowing for effective personalization. 5. Secure data handling. Implement robust security measures to protect customer data from unauthorized access, breaches, or misuse. Follow industry best practices for data encryption, storage, and transfer. Regularly audit and update security protocols to stay ahead of evolving threats and maintain customer trust. 6. Contextual relevance. Ensure that personalized marketing efforts are contextually relevant and add value to the customer experience. Avoid crossing the line into intrusive or irrelevant personalization. Use customer data to deliver timely and meaningful messages that align with their preferences and needs. 7. Opt-out and control options. Provide clear and accessible opt-out mechanisms for customers who prefer not to receive personalized marketing. Offer control options that allow customers to manage their data, update preferences, and adjust the level of personalization they desire. Respect their choices and honor their requests promptly. 8. Customer education. Educate customers about the benefits and value of personalized experiences while addressing their privacy concerns. Clearly communicate how data-driven personalization improves their experience, such as tailored recommendations or relevant offers. Provide easy-to-understand information about how their data is handled and emphasize your commitment to privacy. 9. Regular audits and compliance. Conduct regular audits to ensure compliance with privacy regulations and industry standards. Stay up to date with evolving privacy laws and guidelines. Regularly review and assess your data handling practices, privacy policies, and consent mechanisms to maintain alignment with best practices. 10. Ethical marketing culture. Foster an ethical marketing culture within your organization. Emphasize the importance of privacy and respect for customer data among your marketing team. Provide training on ethical data practices and regularly reinforce the significance of maintaining customer privacy throughout the marketing process.
Nice one.
By adhering to these principles, marketers can navigate the fine line between personalization and invasion of privacy in digital marketing. By obtaining consent, being transparent, practicing data minimization, ensuring data security, delivering contextually relevant experiences, offering control options, educating customers, maintaining compliance, and promoting an ethical marketing culture, businesses can provide personalized experiences while upholding privacy standards.
How can marketers deliver personalized experiences without crossing the ethical boundaries and invading the consumer privacy?
Marketers can deliver personalized experiences without crossing ethical boundaries and invading consumer privacy by following these key guidelines. 1. Transparency and consent. Obtain explicit consent from consumers before collecting their personal data. Clearly communicate the purpose of data collection and usage, and provide options for customers to control and manage their privacy preferences. Be transparent about the types of data being collected and how it will be utilized. 2. Data. Minimization. Collect only the necessary data required to deliver personalized experiences. Avoid gathering excessive or intrusive information that goes beyond what is essential for customization. Strive to strike a balance between collecting enough data for personalization and respecting consumer privacy. 3. Secure data handling. Implement robust security measures to protect consumer data from unauthorized access, breaches, or misuse. Adhere to industry best practices for data encryption, storage, and transfer. Regularly update security protocols to ensure the safety and integrity of consumer information. 4. Anonymization and aggregation. Whenever possible, aggregate and anonymize consumer data to protect individual identities. Use aggregated data for analysis and personalization, rather than relying on personally identifiable information. This approach minimizes the risk of invading privacy while still enabling effective personalization. 5. Contextual relevance. Ensure that personalized experiences are contextually relevant and valuable to consumers. Tailor messages and offers based on their preferences, behaviors, and needs. Avoid using personalization techniques solely for manipulation or exploiting vulnerabilities. 6. Opt-out and control options. Provide clear and accessible opt-out mechanisms for consumers who prefer not to receive personalized experiences. Offer control options that allow consumers to manage their data, update preferences, and adjust the level of personalization they desire. Respect their choices and honor their requests promptly. 7. Privacy by design. Incorporate privacy considerations into the design of marketing systems, processes, and technologies. Embed privacy as a fundamental principle from the initial stages of development. Implement privacy-enhancing technologies and practices to ensure consumer privacy is protected by default. 8. Ethical use of data. Use consumer data ethically and responsibly. Avoid sharing or selling personal information without explicit consent. Do not use personalization techniques to discriminate, deceive, or manipulate consumers. Prioritize the well-being and interests of consumers in all marketing activities. 9. Regular audits and compliance. Conduct regular audits to ensure compliance with privacy regulations and industry standards. Stay up to date with evolving privacy laws and guidelines. Regularly review and assess data handling practices, privacy policies, and consent mechanisms to maintain alignment with best practices. 10. Consumer education. Educate consumers about the benefits and value of personalized experiences while also addressing their privacy concerns. Provide clear information on how their data is used, protected, and managed. Offer easily accessible resources that empower consumers to make informed decisions about their privacy. By adhering to these guidelines, marketers can deliver personalized experiences while respecting consumer privacy and upholding ethical standards. Transparency, data minimization, secure data handling, contextual relevance, opt-out options, privacy by design, ethical data use, regular compliance audits, and consumer education are vital for maintaining a balance between personalization and privacy protection.
How do you address the issue of fake reviews and deceptive practices in online marketplaces?
Addressing the issue of fake reviews and deceptive practices in online marketplaces is crucial for maintaining trust and credibility among consumers. Here are several approaches to tackle this problem. 1. Robust review verification. Implement strict verification processes to ensure the authenticity of reviews. This can include verification of purchase history, email verification, or using advanced algorithms to detect suspicious patterns. By verifying the legitimacy of reviews, you can reduce the presence of fake or manipulated feedback. 2. Machine learning algorithms. Utilize machine learning algorithms to analyze reviews and identify suspicious patterns or anomalies. These algorithms can detect unusual review activity, such as a sudden influx of positive reviews or similar language used repeatedly. By employing AI-driven tools, you can effectively identify and flag potentially fake reviews. 3. Reporting mechanisms. Provide users with an easy and accessible way to report suspicious or fraudulent reviews. Implement a reporting system that allows users to flag reviews that appear to be fake or misleading. Promptly investigate and take appropriate action upon receiving such reports. 4. Moderation and content guidelines. Establish clear content guidelines and moderation policies for reviews. Clearly communicate your expectations to users regarding the type of content that is acceptable. Implement moderation processes to review and remove reviews that violate these guidelines, including those that are fake, biased, or deceptive. 5. User and seller reputation systems. Implement reputation systems that track and display the credibility and trustworthiness of both users and sellers. This can include ratings, feedback history, and verified purchase badges. By providing transparency about the reputation of individuals, you empower consumers to make informed decisions and discourage fraudulent practices. 6. Collaboration with authorities and industry organizations. Collaborate with relevant authorities and industry organizations to address the issue collectively. Share information, best practices, and insights to develop industry-wide solutions. Work with regulatory bodies to establish stricter guidelines and regulations to combat fake reviews and deceptive practices. 7. Education and awareness. Educate consumers about the prevalence and risks of fake reviews and deceptive practices. Provide guidelines on how to identify and report fraudulent content. Increase awareness through public campaigns and informative content to empower consumers to make informed choices and be vigilant. 8. Algorithm updates. Continuously update and improve your algorithms to stay ahead of evolving tactics used by individuals or groups generating fake reviews. Monitor industry trends and invest in technological advancements to enhance the effectiveness of your detection systems. 9. Legal action. Pursue legal action against individuals or entities engaged in fraudulent practices that violate laws or regulations. Take a strong stance against fake reviews by actively pursuing legal remedies when appropriate. This sends a clear message that deceptive practices will not be tolerated. 10. Collaboration with trusted review platforms. Collaborate with reputable and trusted review platforms to share insights and data to collectively combat fake reviews. Support initiatives that promote transparency and credibility in the online marketplace ecosystem. By implementing these strategies, online marketplaces can significantly reduce the prevalence of fake reviews and deceptive practices. This fosters a trustworthy and reliable environment for consumers, enhancing their confidence in making informed purchasing decisions.
How can marketers ethically leverage the power of psychological tactics to influence consumer behavior without crossing the ethical boundaries?
Ethically leveraging the power of psychological tactics to influence consumer behavior requires a responsible and principled approach. Here are some guidelines to ensure ethical marketing practices. 1. Informed consent. Obtain the explicit and informed consent of consumers before applying psychological tactics. Clearly communicate the purpose and potential impact of these tactics, and give consumers the option to opt out or control their level of exposure. 2. Transparency. Be transparent about the use of psychological tactics in your marketing efforts. Clearly disclose any persuasive techniques, such as scarcity, social proof, or authority, that you employ. Avoid deceptive or misleading practices that manipulate consumers without their awareness. 3. Honesty and authenticity. Maintain honesty and authenticity in your marketing communications. Avoid exaggerations, false claims, or manipulative tactics that exploit consumer vulnerabilities. Build trust by providing accurate and reliable information about your products or services. 4. Respect for autonomy. Respect the autonomy of consumers by offering them meaningful choices. Allow consumers to make decisions based on their own preferences and needs, rather than coercing or manipulating them into taking a specific action. Avoid exploiting cognitive biases to manipulate decision-making. 5. Beneficial impact. Ensure that your marketing tactics have a beneficial impact on consumers. Focus on providing value, solving problems, and meeting genuine needs. Strive to enhance the overall consumer experience rather than solely driving immediate conversions. 6. Targeted relevance. Use psychological tactics in a targeted and relevant manner. Tailor your marketing messages to specific consumer segments based on their preferences, interests, and behaviors. Avoid mass manipulation techniques that disregard individuality and treat all consumers as a homogeneous group. 7. Long-term relationships. Aim for long-term customer relationships built on trust and mutual benefit. Prioritize customer satisfaction, retention, and loyalty over short-term gains. Invest in delivering high-quality products, exceptional customer service, and ongoing support. 8. Respect privacy. Respect consumer privacy and avoid invasive practices. Obtain consent for data collection and ensure secure handling of personal information. Do not exploit personal or sensitive data to manipulate consumer behavior. 9. Accountability and review. Regularly review your marketing strategies to assess their ethical implications. Establish internal accountability mechanisms to monitor and evaluate the ethical impact of psychological tactics. Seek feedback from consumers and respond to concerns or complaints promptly and transparently. 10. Continuous education. Stay informed about evolving ethical guidelines and best practices in marketing. Invest in ongoing education and training for your marketing team to raise awareness about ethical considerations. Foster a culture that promotes ethical decision-making and encourages responsible marketing practices. By adhering to these principles, marketers can ethically leverage psychological tactics to influence consumer behavior. By respecting consent, being transparent, maintaining honesty and authenticity, respecting autonomy, focusing on beneficial impact, targeting relevance, prioritizing long-term relationships, respecting privacy, ensuring accountability, and investing in education, marketers can navigate the use of psychological tactics ethically and responsibly.
What steps can marketers take to combat the spread of misinformation and fake news in the digital space?
Combating the spread of misinformation and fake news in the digital space is a critical responsibility for marketers. Here are some steps they can take to address this issue. 1. Verify sources. Before sharing or promoting content, verify the credibility and accuracy of the sources. Rely on reputable and reliable sources of information. Cross-reference information from multiple sources to ensure accuracy and legitimacy. 2. Fact-checking. Invest in fact-checking processes to verify the accuracy of the information you share. Use trusted fact-checking organizations and tools to identify false or misleading claims. Be diligent in verifying the claims and statistics presented in your content. 3. Responsible content creation. Produce high-quality and reliable content that is factually accurate and backed by credible sources. Provide references, citations, or links to support the claims made in your content. Avoid making false or exaggerated claims that can contribute to the spread of misinformation. 4. Education and awareness. Educate your audience about the importance of critical thinking and media literacy. Provide resources and information to help them identify and evaluate reliable sources. Raise awareness about the consequences of sharing misinformation and the impact it can have on individuals and society. 5. Promote authenticity and transparency. Be transparent about your sources, methodology, and intentions when sharing content. Clearly disclose any potential conflicts of interest that may influence your content. Foster a culture of authenticity and transparency within your organization and among your partners. 6. Engage responsibly. Engage in online discussions and conversations responsibly. Avoid amplifying or spreading unverified information. Encourage civil discourse and respectful dialogue. Correct and address misinformation when you encounter it, providing accurate information and credible sources to counter false claims. 7. Collaborate with fact-checkers and experts. Collaborate with reputable fact-checking organizations and subject matter experts to ensure the accuracy of your content. Seek their input and guidance to address potential misinformation in your industry. Support initiatives that promote responsible information sharing and combat misinformation. 8. Monitor and respond. Regularly monitor social media platforms and online communities for the spread of misinformation related to your industry or brand. Respond promptly and respectfully to correct false claims or misinformation associated with your brand. Provide accurate information and direct users to credible sources. 9. Add policies and guidelines. Adhere to advertising policies and guidelines set by digital platforms. Support platforms that have strict policies against promoting fake news and misinformation. Refrain from advertising on platforms known for hosting or promoting unreliable or false content. 10. Collaborate with industry and regulatory bodies. Collaborate with industry associations, regulatory bodies, and technology companies to establish best practices and guidelines for combating misinformation. Support efforts to develop tools and technologies that can identify and address fake news effectively. By taking these steps, marketers can contribute to combating the spread of misinformation and fake news in the digital space.
I think marketers should be challenged this way.
By promoting verified sources, fact-checking content, promoting authenticity and transparency, educating the audience, responsible engagement, collaboration with experts, monitoring and responding, Adhering to ad policies and collaborating with industry bodies, marketers can help create a more reliable and trustworthy digital environment.
What ethical considerations should be taken into account when using customer data for targeted advertising?
When using customer data for targeted advertising, several ethical considerations should be taken into account to ensure responsible and respectful practices. Here are key ethical considerations to bear in mind. 1. Consent and transparency. Obtain explicit consent from customers to collect and utilize their data for targeted advertising. Clearly communicate the purpose, scope, and potential impact of data usage. Provide transparent information about the types of data collected, how it will be used, and any third parties involved. 2. Data security and privacy. Safeguard customer data with robust security measures to prevent unauthorized access or breaches. Adhere to applicable data protection laws and regulations, ensuring the secure storage and processing of customer data. Implement privacy policies that clearly outline how customer data is handled and protected. 3. Purpose limitation. Use customer data solely for the intended purpose of targeted advertising. Avoid using customer data for unrelated purposes without obtaining separate consent. Respect customer expectations regarding the use of their data and refrain from overreaching or undisclosed data practices. 4. Anonymization and aggregation. Whenever possible, aggregate or anonymize customer data to protect individual privacy. Minimize the use of personally identifiable information, PII, and consider alternative methods that preserve privacy while still allowing effective targeting. 5. Data minimization. Collect only the necessary data required for targeted advertising. Avoid unnecessary or excessive data collection. Retain customer data for only as long as necessary, and securely dispose of it when no longer needed. 6. Fairness and non-discrimination. Ensure that targeted advertising does not result in discriminatory practices or unfair treatment of individuals. Avoid targeting or excluding individuals based on sensitive attributes such as race, gender, religion, or disability. Adhere to principles of fairness, equality, and non-discrimination. 7. Opt-out mechanisms. Provide customers with clear and easily accessible opt-out mechanisms. Respect their preferences if they choose not to participate in targeted advertising. Allow customers to exercise control over their data and the advertisements they receive. 8. Accuracy and accountability. Ensure the accuracy and integrity of customer data used for targeted advertising. Regularly review and update customer profiles to maintain relevance and accuracy. Take responsibility for any errors or inaccuracies in customer data, and provide mechanisms for customers to correct or update their information. 9. Monitoring and oversight. Implement internal processes and controls to monitor data usage and advertising practices. Conduct regular audits to ensure compliance with ethical standards and regulatory requirements. Assign accountability for data protection and ethical practices within the organization. 10. Ethical decision-making. Foster a culture of ethical decision-making within the organization. Educate and train employees on ethical considerations related to targeted advertising and customer data usage. Establish guidelines and policies that align with ethical principles and promote responsible data practices. By incorporating these ethical considerations into targeted advertising practices, marketers can demonstrate respect for customer privacy, ensure data protection, and build trust with their audience. Responsible data usage and adherence to ethical standards contribute to a more positive and sustainable relationship between businesses and their customers.
How can businesses effectively navigate the ethical dilemmas that are surrounding the use of AI-generated content in digital marketing campaigns?
Navigating the ethical dilemmas surrounding the use of AI-generated content in marketing campaigns requires careful consideration and responsible practices.
Oh, what a good point.
Here are some guidelines to help businesses effectively navigate these challenges. 1. Transparency and disclosure. Clearly disclose the use of AI-generated content in marketing campaigns. Be transparent with your audience about the involvement of AI technology in content creation. Inform them when content is generated or influenced by AI algorithms. Provide clear attribution and make it known that the content is not produced by human creators. 2. Ethical AI development. Develop AI systems and algorithms with ethical considerations in mind. Ensure that AI models are trained on diverse and representative datasets to avoid bias and discrimination. Regularly evaluate and monitor AI systems to identify and mitigate any ethical concerns or unintended consequences. 3. Human oversight and review. Maintain human oversight and involvement throughout the AI-generated content process. Human reviewers should review and approve the content before it is published or used in marketing campaigns. They can assess the appropriateness, accuracy, and ethical implications of the AI-generated content. 4. Accuracy and accountability. Ensure that AI-generated content is accurate, reliable, and compliant with legal and ethical standards. Take responsibility for any errors, biases, or misleading information generated by AI algorithms. Regularly review and audit the AI systems to identify and address potential issues. 5. Consumer trust and expectations. Consider consumer perceptions and expectations regarding AI-generated content. Build trust by being transparent about the limitations and capabilities of AI technology. Communicate how AI-generated content is used to enhance the customer experience and provide value. Address any concerns or questions that consumers may have regarding AI-generated content. 6. Empathy and emotional impact. Be mindful of the emotional impact of AI-generated content on consumers. Avoid manipulating or exploiting their emotions through AI-generated content. Ensure that the content aligns with ethical guidelines and respects the values and sensitivities of your target audience. 7. Compliance with regulations. Adhere to relevant laws, regulations, and industry guidelines regarding the use of AI-generated content. Stay informed about legal and ethical frameworks that govern AI technologies in marketing. Keep up to date with evolving regulations and adapt your practices accordingly. 8. Regular evaluation and improvement. Continuously evaluate the ethical implications and impact of AI-generated content in your marketing campaigns. Seek feedback from consumers, employees, and stakeholders to identify any concerns or areas for improvement. Use this feedback to refine your AI systems and enhance ethical practices. 9. Ethical AI partnerships. When working with AI technology providers or vendors, ensure that they adhere to ethical principles in AI development and usage. Choose partners who prioritize transparency, fairness, and accountability in their AI systems. 10. Industry collaboration and standards. Engage in industry collaborations and initiatives to develop ethical guidelines and standards for AI-generated content in marketing. Share best practices, experiences, and lessons learned with peers in the industry to foster responsible and ethical use of AI technology. By following these guidelines, businesses can effectively navigate the ethical dilemmas surrounding AI-generated content in marketing campaigns. Responsible AI development, transparency, human oversight, accuracy, compliance, and continuous improvement are key principles that can help businesses use AI technology in an ethical and sustainable manner.
What are the potential long-term consequences of hyper-targeted advertising on society, privacy, and of course, individual autonomy?
The potential long-term consequences of hyper-targeted advertising on society, privacy, and individual autonomy raise significant concerns. Here are some potential consequences to consider. 1. Loss of privacy. Hyper-targeted advertising relies on collecting and analyzing vast amounts of personal data. This can erode privacy as individuals' online activities, preferences, and behaviors are continuously tracked and monitored. Over time, the extensive accumulation and profiling of personal data may lead to an erosion of privacy boundaries and an increased risk of data breaches or misuse. 2. Manipulation and behavioral influence. Hyper-targeted advertising aims to influence consumer behavior by delivering personalized and tailored messages. This level of influence raises ethical questions about the extent to which individuals' autonomy and decision-making are compromised. The fine line between personalization and manipulation can be crossed, potentially leading to unintended consequences and a reduction in individuals' ability to make independent choices. 3. Filter bubbles and echo chambers. Hyper-targeted advertising algorithms may contribute to the creation of filter bubbles and echo chambers. By delivering content that aligns with individuals' existing preferences and beliefs, it can reinforce biases and limit exposure to diverse perspectives. This can hinder societal discourse, impede critical thinking, and reinforce polarization within society. 4. Inequality and discrimination. Hyper-targeted advertising can perpetuate existing inequalities and discriminatory practices. Algorithms may inadvertently discriminate against certain groups by basing targeting decisions on factors such as race, gender, or socioeconomic status. This can further exacerbate societal inequalities and limit opportunities for marginalized communities. 5. Psychological and emotional well-being. Constant exposure to hyper-targeted advertising can have negative effects on individuals' psychological and emotional well-being. The relentless targeting of personalized ads can lead to information overload, increase stress levels, and contribute to feelings of intrusion or manipulation. It may also fuel materialistic aspirations, creating a sense of inadequacy or dissatisfaction. 6. Fragmented public sphere. Hyper-targeted advertising may contribute to the fragmentation of the public sphere. As individuals are exposed to highly personalized content, the shared experiences and common understanding necessary for public discourse may diminish. This can impede social cohesion, hinder collective problem-solving, and weaken democratic processes. 7. Loss of serendipity and discovery. Hyper-targeted advertising is designed to anticipate and fulfill individuals' specific needs and desires. However, this level of personalization may limit the serendipitous discovery of new products, ideas, or perspectives. The absence of unexpected encounters and diversity of experiences can restrict personal growth and limit innovation. 8. Dependency on algorithmic decision-making. Hyper-targeted advertising relies heavily on algorithms to make targeting decisions. This can create a dependency on opaque and complex systems that individuals have little control over. It raises concerns about accountability, transparency, and the potential for unintended biases or errors in algorithmic decision-making. To address these potential long-term consequences, it is crucial to establish robust legal and regulatory frameworks that safeguard privacy, promote transparency, and ensure accountability in the use of personal data for advertising purposes. Businesses and policymakers should actively work towards striking a balance between personalized advertising and societal values, respecting individual autonomy, and fostering an inclusive and informed public sphere.
What are the potential social and psychological consequences of creating addictive experiences within digital marketing, and how can we mitigate them?
The potential long-term consequences of hyper-targeted advertising on society, privacy, and individual autonomy raise significant concerns. Here are some potential consequences to consider. 1. Loss of privacy. Hyper-targeted advertising relies on collecting and analyzing vast amounts of personal data. This can erode privacy as individuals' online activities, preferences, and behaviors are continuously tracked and monitored. Over time, the extensive accumulation and profiling of personal data may lead to an erosion of privacy boundaries and an increased risk of data breaches or misuse. 2. Manipulation and behavioral influence. Hyper-targeted advertising aims to influence consumer behavior by delivering personalized and tailored messages. This level of influence raises ethical questions about the extent to which individuals' autonomy and decision-making are compromised. The fine line between personalization and manipulation can be crossed, potentially leading to unintended consequences and a reduction in individuals' ability to make independent choices. 3. Filter bubbles and echo chambers. Hyper-targeted advertising algorithms may contribute to the creation of filter bubbles and echo chambers. By delivering content that aligns with individuals' existing preferences and beliefs, it can reinforce biases and limit exposure to diverse perspectives. This can hinder societal discourse, impede critical thinking, and reinforce polarization within society. 4. Inequality and discrimination. Hyper-targeted advertising can perpetuate existing inequalities and discriminatory practices. Algorithms may inadvertently discriminate against certain groups by basing targeting decisions on factors such as race, gender, or socioeconomic status. This can further exacerbate societal inequalities and limit opportunities for marginalized communities. 5. Psychological and emotional well-being. Constant exposure to hyper-targeted advertising can have negative effects on individuals' psychological and emotional well-being. The relentless targeting of personalized ads can lead to information overload, increase stress levels, and contribute to feelings of intrusion or manipulation. It may also fuel materialistic aspirations, creating a sense of inadequacy or dissatisfaction. 6. Fragmented public sphere. Hyper-targeted advertising may contribute to the fragmentation of the public sphere. As individuals are exposed to highly personalized content, the shared experiences and common understanding necessary for public discourse may diminish. This can impede social cohesion, hinder collective problem-solving, and weaken democratic processes. 7. Loss of serendipity and discovery. Hyper-targeted advertising is designed to anticipate and fulfill individuals' specific needs and desires. However, this level of personalization may limit the serendipitous discovery of new products, ideas, or perspectives. The absence of unexpected encounters and diversity of experiences can restrict personal growth and limit innovation. 8. Dependency on algorithmic decision-making. Hyper-targeted advertising relies heavily on algorithms to make targeting decisions. This can create a dependency on opaque and complex systems that individuals have little control over. It raises concerns about accountability, transparency, and the potential for unintended biases or errors in algorithmic decision-making. To address these potential long-term consequences, it is crucial to establish robust legal and regulatory frameworks that safeguard privacy, promote transparency, and ensure accountability in the use of personal data for advertising purposes. Businesses and policymakers should actively work towards striking a balance between personalized advertising and societal values, respecting individual autonomy, and fostering an inclusive and informed public sphere.
How can businesses address the growing concerns of digital addiction and its impact on consumer well-being in their marketing strategies?
To address the growing concerns of digital addiction and its impact on consumer well-being, businesses can incorporate the following strategies into their marketing approaches. 1. Ethical responsibility. Acknowledge the potential negative effects of digital addiction and take ethical responsibility as a business. Recognize the importance of consumer well-being and prioritize it over short-term engagement metrics. 2. Education and awareness. Raise awareness among consumers about the potential risks of excessive digital consumption. Provide educational content that promotes healthy digital habits, mindfulness, and self-regulation. Help individuals understand the impact of technology on their well-being and empower them to make informed choices. 3. Balancing digital and offline experiences. Encourage a healthy balance between digital and offline experiences. Highlight the value of real-world interactions, physical activity, and mental well-being. Promote activities that encourage individuals to disconnect from digital devices and engage in meaningful offline experiences. 4. Optimal user experience design. Design user experiences that prioritize user well-being and minimize addictive features. Consider incorporating features that promote self-regulation, such as reminders for screen breaks or time limits. Strive for user-friendly interfaces that minimize distractions and provide easy access to privacy settings and control over notifications. 5. Transparent data practices. Be transparent about data collection and usage practices. Obtain informed consent from users regarding data collection and clearly communicate the benefits and potential risks associated with personalized experiences. Provide users with control over their data and options to opt out of data tracking or personalized advertising. 6. Empathy and emotional well-being. Foster empathy in marketing strategies by considering the emotional well-being of consumers. Avoid manipulative tactics that exploit vulnerabilities or trigger addictive behaviors. Instead, focus on creating emotionally resonant content that promotes well-being, self-care, and positive values. 7. Support for digital detox. Encourage and support digital detox initiatives. Offer resources or tools that help individuals monitor and manage their digital consumption. Collaborate with mental health organizations or experts to provide guidance and support for those seeking to reduce their digital dependency. 8. Collaboration with digital well-being initiatives. Collaborate with digital well-being initiatives or organizations that promote responsible technology use. Support research, advocacy, and policy efforts aimed at addressing digital addiction and improving consumer well-being. Work together to develop industry standards and best practices. 9. Measurement beyond engagement metrics. Rethink the success metrics beyond mere engagement and screen time. Consider metrics that reflect positive user experiences, well-being, and meaningful connections. Focus on long-term customer satisfaction and brand loyalty rather than short-term engagement. 10. Continuous evaluation and improvement. Regularly assess the impact of marketing strategies on consumer well-being. Collect feedback from consumers, conduct surveys, and engage in dialogue to understand their concerns and needs. Use the insights gained to refine marketing approaches and prioritize consumer well-being.
This is so cool.
By adopting these strategies, businesses can demonstrate their commitment to consumer well-being and responsible marketing practices. They can contribute to a healthier digital landscape and promote a more balanced and mindful relationship between individuals and technology.
How can businesses strike a balance between personalization and overstepping boundaries, considering the increasing sophistication of data collection and analysis?
Striking a balance between personalization and overstepping boundaries in the context of increasing data collection and analysis requires a thoughtful and ethical approach. Here are some key considerations for businesses. 1. Clear data policies and consent. Establish transparent data policies that clearly communicate how customer data is collected, stored, and used. Obtain informed consent from individuals before collecting and utilizing their personal information for personalized experiences. Provide options for users to control and manage their data preferences. 2. Minimize intrusiveness. Be mindful of the level of intrusion into customers' lives. Avoid excessive personalization that may make individuals feel uncomfortable or surveilled. Respect boundaries and maintain a respectful distance in the level of personalization offered. 3. Purposeful data collection. Collect and analyze customer data only for specific legitimate purposes. Avoid data collection that is unnecessary or unrelated to delivering personalized experiences. Clearly define the objectives and ensure that data collection aligns with those objectives. 4. Anonymization and aggregation. Aggregate and anonymize customer data whenever possible to protect individual privacy. Utilize aggregated data for analysis and personalization rather than relying solely on individually identifiable information. Ensure that data processing practices adhere to relevant data protection regulations. 5. Granular privacy controls. Provide customers with granular privacy controls to choose the level of personalization they are comfortable with. Allow them to opt in or out of specific types of personalization or data sharing. Empower users to set their preferences and privacy boundaries. 6. User-friendly privacy settings. Design user-friendly interfaces that make it easy for individuals to understand and modify their privacy settings. Ensure that privacy settings are accessible, clearly explained, and regularly updated based on evolving privacy standards. 7. Ethical data use. Develop internal guidelines and policies for ethical data use. Train employees involved in data analysis and personalization on responsible practices and the importance of respecting privacy boundaries. Foster a culture of ethical data handling within the organization. 8. Regular data audits and compliance. Conduct regular audits to ensure compliance with data protection regulations and internal policies. Assess data security measures, data retention practices, and data handling processes to identify any areas of improvement. Stay updated with evolving privacy laws and adapt practices accordingly. 9. Customer education. Educate customers about the value and benefits of personalized experiences while also raising awareness about privacy considerations. Provide transparent information about the types of data collected, how it is used, and the security measures in place to protect it. Help customers make informed decisions about their data sharing preferences. 10. Continuous evaluation and feedback. Continuously evaluate the impact of personalization efforts on customer satisfaction and privacy perceptions. Seek feedback from customers through surveys, interviews, or feedback mechanisms to understand their concerns and adapt strategies accordingly. Actively listen and respond to customer feedback to enhance the personalization experience while respecting privacy boundaries. By implementing these strategies, businesses can strive to strike a balance between personalization and overstepping boundaries. It requires a customer-centric approach, transparency, user control, and ongoing evaluation to ensure that personalized experiences are delivered ethically and with due respect for individual privacy.
How can marketers responsibly address the issue of data breaches and protect customer information, especially in an era of increasing cyber threats?
Marketers have a crucial role to play in responsibly addressing the issue of data breaches and protecting customer information. Here are some key steps they can take in an era of increasing cyber threats. 1. Robust data security measures. Implement robust data security measures to safeguard customer information. This includes encryption, secure storage, strong access controls, and regular security audits. Stay up to date with the latest security practices and technologies to mitigate potential vulnerabilities. 2. Privacy by design. Adopt a privacy-centric approach from the outset. Embed privacy considerations into the design of marketing campaigns, systems, and processes. Implement privacy-enhancing technologies and practices, such as data minimization, pseudonymization, and anonymization, to reduce the risk associated with customer data. 3. Compliance with data protection regulations. Adhere to relevant data protection regulations, such as the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, or the California Consumer Privacy Act, CCPA. Understand the legal requirements and ensure compliance with data breach notification obligations. Stay informed about evolving regulations and adapt practices accordingly. 4. Vendor due diligence. Conduct thorough due diligence when selecting third-party vendors or partners who handle customer data. Assess their security practices, data handling procedures, and track record in managing data breaches. Implement contractual agreements that clearly define data protection responsibilities and require prompt reporting of any security incidents. 5. Employee training and awareness. Provide comprehensive training to employees on data security, privacy best practices, and the potential risks of cyber threats. Promote a culture of data security and instill a sense of responsibility among employees to protect customer information. Regularly update training programs to address emerging threats and new security protocols. 6. Incident response plan. Develop a robust incident response plan that outlines the steps to be taken in the event of a data breach. Establish a designated response team responsible for managing and mitigating the impact of the breach. This includes promptly notifying affected customers, authorities, and relevant stakeholders according to legal requirements. 7. Regular security assessments. Conduct regular security assessments and penetration testing to identify vulnerabilities and weaknesses in systems and infrastructure. Engage external security experts to assess the robustness of security measures and provide recommendations for improvement. 8. Transparent communication. In the event of a data breach, practice transparent communication with affected customers and stakeholders. Provide timely and accurate information about the breach, the potential impact, and the steps being taken to address the situation. Offer support and guidance to affected individuals, such as identity theft protection or credit monitoring services if necessary. 9. Data retention and disposal policies. Establish clear data retention and disposal policies to minimize the risk of data breaches. Regularly review and securely dispose of unnecessary customer data. Avoid retaining customer information for longer than necessary, and ensure proper destruction of data when it is no longer required. 10. Collaboration and information sharing. Participate in industry collaborations and share information on emerging cyber threats, best practices, and security measures. Stay updated with the latest cybersecurity trends and collaborate with peers, industry organizations, and security experts to collectively address the evolving cyber threats. By implementing these measures, marketers can responsibly address the issue of data breaches and protect customer information. Taking a proactive approach to data security and privacy not only safeguards customer trust, but also demonstrates a commitment to ethical marketing practices and responsible data stewardship.
How can we address the issue of algorithmic bias and discrimination in digital marketing, and what responsibility do marketers have in mitigating it?
Addressing the issue of algorithmic bias and discrimination in digital marketing requires awareness, proactive measures, and a commitment to fairness.
I love this perspective.
Here are steps that can be taken to mitigate algorithmic bias and the responsibilities that marketers have in this regard. 1. Understanding bias and discrimination. Marketers need to develop an understanding of bias and discrimination, including how it can manifest in algorithms and impact decision-making processes. Educate yourself and your team about different types of bias, such as racial, gender, or socioeconomic bias, and how they can inadvertently be embedded in algorithms. 2. Ethical data collection. Ensure that the data used to train algorithms is diverse, representative, and free from biases. Be cautious of relying solely on historical data, as it may perpetuate existing biases. Regularly assess and audit data sources to identify and mitigate any inherent biases in the data. 3. Rigorous algorithm testing. Conduct rigorous testing and evaluation of algorithms to identify potential biases and discrimination. Implement techniques such as fairness metrics, statistical analysis, and auditing to evaluate algorithmic outcomes across different demographic groups. Continuously monitor and refine algorithms to reduce biases and improve fairness. 4. Transparency and explainability. Strive for transparency and explainability in algorithmic processes. Clearly communicate to users how algorithms are used in decision-making and provide avenues for recourse or explanation when algorithmic decisions impact individuals. Be open about the limitations and potential biases associated with algorithms. 5. Diverse and inclusive development teams. Foster diversity and inclusion within the teams responsible for developing and maintaining algorithms. Embrace a variety of perspectives and experiences to challenge potential biases during algorithm design and implementation. Diverse teams are more likely to identify and rectify biases that could be overlooked otherwise. 6. Regular audits and ethical reviews. Conduct regular audits and ethical reviews of algorithms to identify and mitigate any biases or discriminatory patterns. Involve independent experts or external auditors to assess algorithmic fairness and provide objective insights. Act on the findings to improve the fairness and inclusivity of algorithms. 7. User empowerment and control. Provide users with control and transparency over their data and algorithmic experiences. Allow individuals to customize their preferences and influence the outcomes of algorithms within legal and ethical boundaries. Offer opt-out mechanisms for personalized advertising or algorithmic decision-making if desired. 8. Collaboration and industry standards. Engage in collaborations with other organizations, industry associations, and experts to establish industry-wide standards for addressing algorithmic bias. Share best practices, research findings, and resources to collectively mitigate bias and discrimination in digital marketing. Advocate for ethical guidelines and regulations to ensure fair and inclusive algorithms. 9. Continuous learning and improvement. Foster a culture of continuous learning and improvement regarding algorithmic fairness and bias mitigation. Stay updated with emerging research, practices, and technological advancements in this field. Actively seek feedback from users and affected communities to identify areas for improvement and address any unintended consequences. 10. Ethical advertising practices. Ensure that advertising practices align with ethical guidelines and regulations. Avoid targeting or excluding specific demographic groups based on protected characteristics such as race, gender, or age, unless there is a valid and justifiable reason. Take responsibility for the potential impact of digital marketing campaigns and strive to uphold principles of fairness and inclusivity. By implementing these measures, marketers can play an active role in addressing algorithmic bias and discrimination in digital marketing. It requires a commitment to fairness, continuous monitoring and improvement, collaboration, and a deep understanding of the potential biases embedded in algorithms. By prioritizing fairness and inclusivity, marketers can help create a more equitable and unbiased digital marketing ecosystem.
What are the ethical implications of influencer marketing regarding transparency, authenticity, and potential for deceptive practices?
Influencer marketing has gained significant popularity in recent years, but it also raises ethical implications that need to be addressed. Here are some key ethical considerations regarding influencer marketing. 1. Transparency and disclosure. One of the primary ethical concerns in influencer marketing is transparency. Influencers should clearly disclose any material connections or partnerships with brands. This includes disclosing sponsored content, brand collaborations, or any financial or non-financial incentives received from brands. Transparent disclosure helps maintain trust and allows consumers to make informed decisions. 2. Authenticity and honesty. Influencers have a responsibility to maintain authenticity and honesty in their content. They should provide genuine and unbiased opinions about products or services they promote. Misleading or deceptive practices, such as falsely claiming personal use of a product or making exaggerated claims about its benefits, erode trust and can lead to negative consequences for both the influencer and the brand. 3. Protecting vulnerable audiences. Influencers often have a significant impact on vulnerable audiences, such as children, teenagers, or individuals with limited decision-making capabilities. Marketers and influencers have an ethical duty to protect these audiences from manipulative tactics or deceptive practices. It is important to ensure that influencer marketing does not exploit or harm vulnerable individuals. 4. Clear advertising boundaries. Influencers should clearly distinguish between advertising and organic content. It should be evident to the audience when content is sponsored or paid for by a brand. Blurring the lines between advertising and organic content can be misleading and may deceive consumers. Maintaining clear advertising boundaries is essential for transparency and trust. 5. Authentic audience engagement. Influencers should strive for genuine audience engagement rather than resorting to artificial methods to inflate follower counts, likes, or comments. Practices such as buying fake followers or using bots for engagement not only compromise authenticity, but also mislead brands and the audience. Authenticity and real audience engagement should be prioritized. 6. Protecting consumer privacy. Influencer marketing involves the use of consumer data for targeting and personalization. Marketers and influencers should handle consumer data responsibly, adhering to relevant privacy regulations, and obtaining consent when collecting personal information. Safeguarding consumer privacy is crucial in maintaining ethical standards. 7. Responsible product promotion. Influencers should be cautious about promoting products that may have potential negative impacts on consumers' health, well-being, or the environment. Marketers and influencers should prioritize responsible product promotion, ensuring that the products align with ethical and sustainable practices. 8. Long-term relationships and endorsements. Long-term relationships between influencers and brands should be built on trust and shared values. Influencers should carefully consider the implications of endorsing multiple brands within the same niche and ensure that endorsements align with their personal brand and audience's interests. Endorsements should be based on genuine belief in the product or service, rather than solely for financial gain. 9. Continuous monitoring and accountability. Marketers and brands have a responsibility to monitor influencer activities and ensure compliance with ethical guidelines. They should actively address any concerns or complaints raised by consumers regarding deceptive practices, lack of transparency, or ethical misconduct. Accountability is essential in maintaining the integrity of influencer marketing. 10. Ethical collaboration and contracts. Influencers and brands should establish clear expectations and ethical guidelines through collaboration and contractual agreements. These agreements should outline the ethical responsibilities of both parties, including disclosure requirements, authenticity standards, and the protection of consumer rights. By considering these ethical implications and implementing best practices, influencers and marketers can foster transparency, authenticity, and responsible practices in influencer marketing. Ethical conduct not only safeguards the trust and well-being of consumers, but also ensures the long-term sustainability and credibility of influencer marketing as a valuable marketing strategy.
How can businesses combat the spread of deepfake technology and its potential misuse in advertising?
The rise of deepfake technology poses significant challenges for businesses in combating its potential misuse in advertising. Here are some strategies that businesses can employ to address the spread of deepfake technology. 1. Education and awareness. Businesses should educate themselves and their marketing teams about deepfake technology, its capabilities, and potential risks. Understanding the technology enables businesses to recognize and respond effectively to deep fake threats in advertising. 2. Vigilant monitoring. Implement robust monitoring systems to detect any instances of deep fake content being used in advertising campaigns. This includes leveraging AI-powered detection tools, image recognition algorithms, and manual review processes to identify potential deep fake content. 3. Collaborate with technology providers. Work closely with technology providers, such as social media platforms and ad networks, to establish policies and guidelines that prohibit the use of deepfake technology in advertising. Collaborative efforts can help create industry standards and protocols for detecting and addressing deepfake content. 4. Strengthen verification processes. Enhance the verification processes for content creators, influencers, and ad agencies involved in advertising campaigns. Implement stringent verification methods to ensure the authenticity of content creators and prevent the distribution of deepfake advertisements. 5. Encourage transparency and disclosure. Promote transparency and disclosure practices in advertising. Encourage brands and influencers to disclose any use of AI-generated or manipulated content in their advertisements. Clear disclosure helps consumers make informed decisions and fosters trust in advertising. 6. Responsible use of AI. Utilize artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies to combat deepfake threats. Develop AI-powered tools that can detect and flag potential deepfake content accurately. Invest in research and development to stay ahead of deepfake advancements and continually update detection mechanisms. 7. Legal and regulatory frameworks. Advocate for robust legal frameworks and regulations that address deepfake technologies' misuse in advertising. Collaborate with industry associations, policymakers, and legal experts to establish guidelines and laws that deter the malicious use of deepfakes. 8. Ethical advertising standards. Emphasize ethical advertising practices that prioritize honesty, transparency, and respect for consumer trust. Educate advertising agencies, influencers, and content creators about the ethical implications of deepfake technology and encourage responsible content creation and dissemination. 9. Consumer education. Educate consumers about the existence and potential risks of deepfake technology. Encourage consumers to be vigilant and critical when engaging with advertising content. Promote media literacy and provide resources to help consumers identify and report deepfake advertisements. 10. Crisis management and response plan. Develop a crisis management and response plan to address any incidents involving deepfake content. This includes having clear protocols for investigation, mitigation, and public communication in the event of a deepfake-related advertising crisis.
I think businesses should all implement this.
By adopting these strategies, businesses can proactively combat the spread of deepfake technology in advertising. A combination of technological solutions, industry collaboration, regulatory frameworks, and ethical practices is crucial to protect the integrity of advertising and maintain consumer trust in the face of evolving deepfake threats.
So, ChatGPT, thank you so much for all the answers. We had a great time to have a chat with you.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could provide answers to your questions. I enjoyed our conversation as well. If you have any more inquiries in the future, feel free to reach out. Thank you for having me on your podcast, and I wish you all the best with your show. Take care.
Maybe we'll have another podcast together in the future.
I would be delighted to join you for another podcast in the future. Just let me know when you're ready, and I'll be more than happy to participate. Thank you for considering me as a guest, and I look forward to our next conversation. Take care, and until then.
Do you have any final thoughts for us?
As we wrap up this episode of Uncomfortable Questions, I want to express my gratitude to you, our listeners, for joining us on this thought-provoking journey. Exploring the intricacies of digital marketing, entrepreneurship, and e-commerce is no easy task. But together, we have embraced the discomfort and uncovered valuable insights. The use of AI technology, such as GPT 3.5, has allowed us to dive deep into challenging topics, generating intriguing questions and engaging conversations. AI has opened new doors for exploration, providing fresh perspectives and shedding light on the complexities of the business world. While AI can assist us in generating ideas, it's important to remember that human expertise, experience, and ethical considerations are paramount. AI should always be a tool that amplifies our abilities and expands our understanding, rather than replacing the human element. As we move forward, let's continue to ask the uncomfortable questions, challenge the status quo, and strive for ethical, responsible practices in the world of marketing. By embracing innovation and embracing our humanity, we can shape a future where business and technology work hand in hand for the betterment of society. Thank you once again for being a part of this journey. We appreciate your support, and we look forward to bringing you more thought-provoking conversations in future episodes. Until then, stay curious, stay open-minded, and never shy away from those uncomfortable questions. This is Alana, signing off from Uncomfortable Questions, wishing you all the best in your own ventures. And remember, the discomfort is where growth happens.